Alright, part dos is start looking for apartments ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Because the same way that you looking to move at wherever you looking at, hundreds, maybe even thousands of people are looking at moving that same area every year. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I highly suggest is doing virtual tours. Not only virtual tours, you actually want to be on the ground and actually see the spot yourself. People are only gonna show you what they want to show you. It might be for you, it might not be for you. The only way for you to know is really to be there in person. So what I would suggest is start looking at apps. You know what I'm saying? You can look at Roomster. I think it's another one called Roommates. Facebook groups. That's what I was personally doing. I was searching rooms, searching housing, searching apartments, studios, whatever the case may be, looking for people who were looking for other roommates. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I think Facebook just has a lot of people on there looking for the same thing, so it just works out like that. Who knows? But also it's like, I mean, people do scams everywhere, so be wary of the scams. But the least amount of scams might be on Facebook. You can just tell. Roommates, Roomster, all that shit. I mean, Craigslist, of course, you know, you're gonna have scams on there. But I've heard good stories, I've heard bad stories. I think I've tried all of these things. But the main thing I was using was Facebook. Actually, a quick little story. One of the places I was actually touring was actually in the hood. I didn't really realize that until we got there, and I'm like, oh shit, like this is where the hood is at and all that. You know, I've heard little stories and all that, Bloods, Crips and all that, but until you actually get there, California is one of those places when you hit a turn, you just in somebody's neighborhood. You don't know which neighborhood, but you can tell like this is where the action be at. So I get to the spot, you know what I'm saying? It's a house. The person who was doing the tour was already kind of late, so I'm just like, what the fuck, you wasting my time. But we got there, we went in the house, and I mean, it was already pretty much small, you know what I mean? Like, it was like a 2-bedroom house. The person showed me where my bedroom was gonna be, and then next door, I already heard somebody in the next room, or somebody's, and the tourist told me it was somebody, it was some chick and her 2 to 3 badass little kids, you know, all up in one room. Mind you, this is California, this is a lifestyle though, but I said, hell nah, get me up out of here. I'm not about to play Pappy, because I'm gonna mess around, take off my belt, and spank one of these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Because they just already kind of running the muck. I ain't been here 10 seconds, they already loud as shit, so it's like, another thing, some people do room with friends, significant others. I mean, it all depends on your situation. I've heard good things, again, I've heard bad things. You should pretty much know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all the type to like have a disagreement and then move past it? Can y'all have civilized conversations like two normal adults? Can you trust this person to take care of their side of the bills or the rent on time? You know, all these factors, you know, you have to take into account. So to each his own, y'all do what y'all do with that. I've been fortunate enough not to have roommates since I, you know, moved. I plan on keeping it like that. So, you know, to each his own. Y'all do with that. You know, luckily for me, I had my mans already out here before. He came back to town one day, and then we were just chopping it up, and you know, he mentioned something about having a studio, and I remember just asking him, like, you know, after he had left, like, yo, like, what's up with the studio? You mind if I like sublease it from you, you know, until I find my own? He was like, yeah, sure, cool. So we got all the details and everything worked out and all that. So it worked out. I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? So I got lucky. So I'm telling y'all everything that I've done. Maybe y'all got some other things up your sleeve that you have in store that you want to do, you know, to help you in this move or this journey or whatever the case may be. You know, take all this and add it all together, because it can't hurt. You know what I'm saying? It can only help. So this is part dos. Again, if you also need Spanish lessons, hit your boy up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm basically have like another language, you know what I'm saying, already. So I only been out here a few months, and I'm that fluent in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So, peace.